My name's Adam, and this is Looking for Eve, the social media network about all things love. On today's episode, I get back on the dating apps, I text my friends and get their advice on how I should plus up my dating profile.
This enrages me just because it feels like so much effort. It's just gross to me.
And at the very end, I've got a weird, creative dating idea that I think maybe might help me out. And I'd love to know your thoughts on if I should implement it or not. With that being said, let's dive right in to creating the profile. Okay, so step one is getting back onto the dating apps. I chose Hinge and I put together this profile. So this is what I came up with, but I started to think we never really talk through our dating stuff with friends and family. So I sent my dating profile out to a couple of different friends asking for some advice. I sent it to about 30 people. I got 5 people to respond back to me. Maybe I should do a video on getting better friends, but that's a video for a later date. I had those 5 people respond, and this is the advice they gave me on how to plus up my dating profile. Let's first start with the good stuff.
Best thing on the profile, really like the opening picture, good smile, shows a good amount of body you gotta watch on. I mean, come on, you're signaling resources.
That's a good picture.
I kind of scanned through all of them. I think this is probably my favorite picture.
That's a really good picture.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like the watch.
I think that your personality really comes through and you just seem very, nice and kind, and your personality, I think, really shines through.
I also like this. I'm 6'1", 6'6", in heels and 8'9" on stilts. I might steal that.
Okay, stop for a second. I completely forgot that by sending out my dating profile to a bunch of single people, which is an issue in itself, I probably should have sent it to all my married friends, seeing as though they're actually married. But I sent it to my single friends, and I didn't realize this, but now they might just take all of my ideas. Clearly, they might take my ideas.
The answer where it's like someone to go thrifting, pick an outfit, blah, blah, blah. Way too earnest. Way too earnest. Put a joke there or do a different prompt.
This enrages me just because I would never do this, and it's just like, it feels like so much effort. Just kind of resentful that this is what I'm up against. These guys plan elaborate, thoughtful dates. It's just gross to me.
Like, I've seen people say that before, so maybe some people would think it's not original.
All these dates sound very basic, but also I'm probably going to steal this. I don't know about this neckbeard situation. That's my only thought on this. But if you zoom in, I'm going to send Adam a screenshot here. It looks like the neckbeard has become self-aware.
It wasn't that bad, but let's see if that photo makes the final cut. But now we get to the big controversy. Here's what these 5 had to say about cuddling.
The thing you need to change, the Olympic cuddler, that might be a joke that makes people go, huh?
I'm an Olympic cuddler.
That's horrific.
I would probably take that off.
Yeah.
I'm sure anybody who's attention to detail asks about 2012, and I'm sure Adam has a carefully crafted response. Game respects game, and I just feel like this is strong and probably highly effective. So I'm not going to steal this, but I'm resentful that his dating profile is just much better than mine.
Best thing on the profile, the Olympic cuddler, but I would add a tag onto that. Don't ask me about 12.
Okay, they're about 50-50 split. You let me know what you think about the cuddling on the dating profile. Oh, and here's a last little piece of advice given to me by my brother's girlfriend.
One thing I would say is maybe not use so much detail on the profile.
Okay, less wordy too, or?
Maybe less wordy, yeah.
Sounds like I'm being a little extra. Let's see if the future version holds up with that. All right, so I took some time, I reworked the profile, and here's what the new and improved version looks like. So what I need from you is, in the comments below, please let me know, is this version fire or is this complete trash? Let me know if you have things that you'd rather add to it. If you had controversial opinions of your own about photos with my mom or cuddling or anything like that. You let me know what's cringe, what's fire. Yeah, I'd love to hear what you think. Okay, so I teased at the top that I had a dating idea that I want your advice. I'm reading Logan Urie's book, How to Not Die Alone. And something that struck me as interesting in the book was the secretary problem and how you can add that to your dating life. So what's the secretary problem? How do you choose the best secretary for you? Some mathematicians came together and they created an equation to figure out the perfect way to determine who your secretary should be. Here's what they said. If you had 100 secretaries and once you pass on one, don't give them the job, you cannot go back to that secretary. How would you choose the perfect one? If you choose too early, well, You might miss out on some amazing people later on. But if you wait, you might be stuck having to pick somebody, and there was way better people earlier on. That's the dilemma, right? You can see how it starts to relate to dating. Like, for example, do you know people that are just not dating anybody because they think they're holding out for the perfect person? Do you know people that just jump into relationships because they need to be in one right now, and maybe there's better people out there that are a better fit for them? Well, that's what this is trying to solve for. So here's how you determine the perfect secretary. You interview 37% of your applicants. Then you take a break. You look at all those applicants and decide who amongst that pool was the best person. Now, going forward, the next person you interview that's as good as them or even better, you hire them on the spot. My thought was, should I try this in real life? Should I go out on 37 dates, take some time, reflect, and choose the best person there? Now, obviously, in real life, I can choose them to date. But in theory, choose them as my benchmark, and the next person I date that's as good as them or better, I make a commitment to. I just thought it was an interesting idea. You let me know, is this a good idea or is this a terrible idea? All right, well, that does it for this episode of Looking for Eve. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe, and please let me know in the comments. Is my profile trash? Is it fire? Is my dating idea good? Or was I just hitting the head with a brick? You let me know. I want to hear your thoughts. I'll talk to you soon.